Today is the last day of my first semester in college. So what I'm trying to do, is a little bit of a vlog. I shot one previously. I guess I'm gonna have to drink this Propel water, which I'm not excited about. I need to fill up my water thing. I tried to do, or I did one the other day. It didn't upload, so I didn't upload it because I may upload it, but I'm going to do a little bit of a recap of what goes on today. And I may have the GoPro in the classroom. Probably not. Probably, though. Okay, I'm going to drive to school, and then we shall go from there. I'll try to do some cool GoPro shots on the way to school. But we'll see. So I'm at school now, and on my trip to school, I remembered that I have to take a final exam in the first class. I think it's just like we have to write a couple paragraphs, or a paragraph, about motivation or some nonsense that we learned about. But that'll be easy. I don't know how much, there's a bug in here. I don't know how much I'll be able to shoot or film in school. I'm gonna try my best to get you some shots of me taking my tests or my presentation that I have to do today. So we'll see how that goes. If not, I'll do a reenactment, maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna go to class. Got about 20 minutes before class starts. It's 9:39 right now. Class starts at 10. So, check back in with you in a second. Final number 1 done. Pretty good, not bad. Hanging out before the next class, so we'll see how that goes. I have my presentation next, so exciting.
I'm waiting for, well, the new season's out.
You. So please give Matt your attention. He gets a clap before he even starts. He has skills. Maybe you should be an orator. You should be like a speech giver. That's a fancy way of saying person who gives speeches.
I preached one time. It was 9 minutes long.
Okay.
Normally our pastors preach about half an hour.
Yeah.
Mine, I was like, I was like, so, what's next? But it was fun.
Very nice.
Hello, my name is Matt Bramer. I'm from Clarksville, Indiana. I graduated from Clarksville High School in 2015. I'd like to start off with a question, if I could. What kind of phones do you all use? What brand?
I have an iPhone 6.
Do what?
iPhone 6.
I want to say Android.
Samsung.
Samsung.
Yeah.
I don't really have an
Android.
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 It's an iPhone. I just want it to be different.
Mine broke.
I'm
Galaxy Core
an
Prime.
HTC.
Garbage.
Oh, that's what I think I've got.
Oh,
Galaxy
I
Core.
hate
Okay. Okay.
And
Why did you guys pick those phones? Did you have a specific reason, or were you just like, iPhones are too cool, I'm gonna go with something else?
I like Samsung Galaxies.
Me too.
It was cheap.
My mom was on a budget.
But I got the cheaper.
Yeah.
Always wanted an iPhone.
Yeah, that's what I started working as a freshman in high school because I wanted an iPhone. First paycheck, I got an iPhone, and then I told my boss I was quitting. I didn't quit. I continued working, but he was like, "Really?" I was like, "No, I'm fine. I like working. I like money. It's fun." So here's why I think Apple is better than Android. My paper is entitled "The Apple Does Not Fall Too Far from Perfect." Well, we're there. The Apple versus Android debate has been going on for years. Most people look to Apple being very closed-minded and have a specific set of rules to make their devices. Apple, however, has many positions that make Apple better than Android, in my opinion. Some of those positions include the operating system, the lock screen, and the ability to pay through your phone. Now, yes, there are many counter arguments to Apple being too expensive, Apple not having a lot of options and things like that. And as Marshall Tucker said one day, he said, "The lack of variety is depressing. I wish you were here." Those are just some of the counter arguments to get those out of the way before I really dive deep into the meat and potatoes of why Apple is better. As a visual communications major, science and technology is a large part of my career. As everyone knows, smartphones and smart devices are on the rise, and there has to be one reason or others to pick one brand over the other. Apple is the brand that will benefit me the most with the architecture and the inner workings of all of the products. The truth is, everyone has an option to decide whether they want that works best for each individual. In my opinion, Apple works best for me. As most of you know, I have an Apple Watch, a MacBook Pro, an iPhone, but I do have an iPad as well. They have this really cool feature that connects all of them. So say I get a text message, which I think I just did. I did actually. So it popped up here. It's going to pop up over there in a second,
Wow.
and then it'll come to my phone. It's pretty cool. And especially with like a phone call too. Like it'll pop up and go, huh? And then it's crazy. Another neat feature, similar to the phone call feature where it shows up everywhere, is called handoff. Say I get a text message on my phone, like it shows up everywhere. If I open it up on my watch or my phone, it'll go up and have a little icon on the bottom of the screen where I can pick up wherever I'm left off. So like say I'm on my phone, I can check on my MacBook and pop up the little screen and type away. So that's pretty cool. Yes. Speaking of the little messages icon, holy cow, is the iPhone lock screen pretty cool. I will say most Android phones have a better user interface when it comes to the notifications on the lock screen. They can do cooler things, they can jiggle, things like that. But as the Apple versus Android argument, there is some give and take. The neat thing about the iPhone lock screen is there are two ways to unlock the device. If you have a passcode and Touch ID set up, you can use your fingerprint to unlock, which is faster than typing in a 4-digit code. In the beginning, I alluded to paying with your device. Apple has this feature called Apple Pay, which is this cool thing. If you go up to like a kiosk, when I worked at Office Depot, we had the kiosk there, and I could just double-click my little button here, pop up my card, put it on there. That was pretty cool. You can do that on your Apple Watch, your iPhone, even your iPad if you're silly enough to carry around your iPad in the grocery store. But like I showed you on there, you can pop up the credit card. Same with your phone. If you put it up there, it'll show up. You just use your thumb or your finger, and you can Touch ID away. Now, on the Android side, there are many devices to choose from because, Androids have to be different. Android, you can do Samsung, you could do the Google Nexus phones, the Nextpic Robin, the LG G5, the OnePlus 3, the Motorola Moto Z, and so many more. Personally, I would go for the LG G5. I like that design, and it works very well with my LG 360 camera. I do a little video work on the side. One thing about the Android phones, not all of them are running the same operating system. One could be running Android Jelly Bean, another could be running Android Kit Kat, some could even be running Ice Cream Sandwich, and yes, those are all real names. Android has to be silly. Get it? ABCs, you have Donut, Eclair, Froyo, and so on. But on the Apple side of things, you only have a few options. You can do the newest iPhone, the iPhone 6S or the 6S Plus. The two differences between those phones are the camera and the size of the phone itself. With the iPhone 6S, you have a 12 megapixel camera with digital image stabilization. And with the 6S Plus, you have a 12 megapixel camera with optical image stabilization. And the differences between those, digital image stabilization is software-wise. So when you're walking around taking video, the phone, the software will stabilize it. But with the larger phone, The camera actually moves in and out to keep it stabilized. So like when you're taking vlogs or something, it'll stay stabilized, and that's a lot more professional if you go for the 6S Plus because digital or optical image stabilization is a better option than digital because if you do digital, it looks a little shaky. But yes. So then the screen size is the difference. With the 6S, you have the 4.7-inch screen, and then with the 6S Plus, you have a 5.5-inch screen. So the sizes are different there. I personally have the iPhone 6, the last generation, because I'm on a 2-year contract, and I have to wait till the iPhone 7 comes out this year. But I also wear skinny jeans, so the smaller phone would fit a little better in my pocket. My dad told me, and I'm a little disappointed that I went with the 6 because the 6S Plus has a very large battery, and I'm always charging my phone because it doesn't run very well. Like in the middle of the day, I've got to charge it. So it's a little difficult. With the 6S Plus, you'd be great on battery because it'll last 2 days, I think is what they say. Some other counter arguments that I wrote down, the ability to change batteries on Android phones, you can't do that with iPhones. They have a locked or a stationary stuck device that can't be changed. And then you have the ability to increase the storage with Android. With iPhones, you have a specific set. You can do the 16 gig, 32 gig, 64 gig, 120 gig. With Androids, you have a micro SD card slot on most phones that can increase the size of the capacity. Other people say Apple is expensive, which that's true. I'm trying to think of why I like Apple. I'm a little pretentious. Like with my Vans or my Chucks, I tell people, I'm like, yeah, I don't really like those off-brands. Now, no offense to anyone, those the off-brands, they're pretty cheap. But I'm noticing now, once I'm about to live on my own, I'm going to start doing the cheaper stuff. Like my MacBook there, I got it with, Mom and Dad set up a college fund for us as we were growing up, and I didn't pay a cent for that. If I would have paid for it, I wouldn't have paid for it because it was incredibly expensive. Just like all the other, like my watch was expensive. That's why I tell people not to get the Apple Watch. It's really great, but it's really expensive.
About $600, are we talking?
I think it was about $500, but yeah.
Okay.
And now it's cheaper. And I was like, come on, it's like a year after I get mine. And now there's a bunch more colors. Like mine, I have the Apple Watch Sport, which is the cheapest option. It's the larger screen size, but now they have colors like gold and rose gold and black. But yeah, I waste a lot of money on my Apple products. Like if you walk into my room, it's like the Apple, the MacBook, everything's just Apple. My dad likes the Android phones. I'm not sure why. He's a little. I was like, you need to go with an iPhone, and he was like, no, it's too hard to understand. And Mom got her iPhone. She's real excited because we have a niece and nephew that are 3 and 4, and they FaceTime on their mom's phone, but she didn't have an iPhone, so she just got an iPhone, and now they can FaceTime. So she FaceTimes me all the time. And I'm like, Mom, I'm busy. And more counter arguments to the Apple is they have fragile phones. Yeah. The Apple marketplace is a lot less vast than the Android, which is what Marshall said as well. He said you have much more options with Android apps than iPhone, which I'm sure that's true. With Android, you can customize your phone a lot more. Android, you have widgets on your home screen you can change. You can put a Google search bar. You can make moving wallpapers, which iPhones did just get, which is pretty cool. And Androids are pre-jailbroken. If you want any of those cool features like the widgets and things like that for your iPhone, you have to jailbreak your phone, which is avoid your warranty, and you can't get it fixed if it gets broken. A bunch of hoops to jump through. And then, and Marshall also said that Apple uses child laborers, so I'm not sure how true that is. Thank you for your time. Do you have any questions?
Give it up first. Give it up. Very nice.
You have a comment. Here we go.
They take up so much of your storage with every single update, it's not even funny.
That's true. I do have to delete
It's
a lot of apps.
ridiculous because you can't have all the apps you want. There's a lot more variety. Like Boost Mobile, they only do Android,
Mm.
and I had the option of 52 different phones to update to.
Mm. But the iPhone's got like 4.
Also, they have a watch for Android. And it's a lot cheaper. My fiance got it, and it was only $86.
Are you mad?
Huh?
Are you mad? Chris was like,
$86 is a lot cheaper than what I think.
You gotta think about the quality though.
The only thing I have to make fun of on his watch though is the calling.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the Taco Bell symbol.
I have to make fun of his watch because every time he gets something, he's like,
The only thing-
Yeah.
Well,
Secret
it's like
agent or
a
something.
secret agent.
yeah.
And
Those are cool.
What do you
my
think?
phone, I don't have to charge it for 2 days if I just do text and calling. But if I have like music or video or internet the whole time, it takes 28 hours.
so with the 6S Plus, you have 2 days,
Yeah.
no matter what you do.
When I wake up, usually I'm gonna go get next. I wake up usually, I immediately go to YouTube and I'm like, what did I miss? And I watch that for a couple hours. Then I go to work. My phone's like on 60%. And then I text my girlfriend all day because she's always want to talk to me. And then by like 3 o'clock, it's like on 20%. I'm like, well, I gotta charge my phone. But if I had like an OtterBox or not an OtterBox, one of those Mophie cases or the 6S Plus, I'd be able to do that. I don't know how my skinny jeans work, but I'm excited for the opportunity for the bigger
And the
phone.
pricing on their phones,
What cheaper?
like I took 125 for this,
Mm-hmm.
and you do a lot.
I think I started there's a Verizon Edge plan, which I don't think you pay, I think you just add on to your bill, so I didn't pay a cent when I walked out with my new iPhone. I was like, look at me, and then Mom was like, look at our bill now.
It's not a question, for a comment. One thing I hate about Apple is when I went and bought my Mac, they have their, I don't know, like their little warranty plan. They
the
only have
Apple Care.
one
Yeah.
warranty option.
Yeah,
They
I think
don't
it's
cover
like-
if it's damaged. All they do is, I don't know, it's like $300 I pay on top of the laptop, and it was like $1,400 altogether. But all they do is it's like a 3-year system
Yeah,
plan and all
I think I
that.
had that on mine too.
I was like, do I really even need this? But my dad wanted to get it.
Yeah, because if you drop that or anything, you
Well, can I just say, Mac,
Expensive.
you are the most charismatic speaker
I know
I
it.
think I have ever seen in terms of a student. I was making notes. Great presence. I loved your humor, your hand gestures, your eye contact, your smile. You demonstrated things with your watch, rather. I am mucho impressed. And in fact, I am sticking to my guns when I say you should be an orator. I know you're going into technology and communication.
visual communication.
Have you had a speech class?
No, I think I'll have to take one.
You will slay in there.
Well, I've always wanted to make movies and stuff, so
Yeah.
I started a YouTube channel a while back. So I've been
Yes.
making these weekly Matt talks.
What's your name?
Yeah, I want to know.
Dad was like, just pretend you have a camera, so I'm recording it actually back there. But
You're recording this?
yeah.
So we're all on film.
No, I can cut you guys.
Okay.
It was- I
Well,
was
what's
just-
your
I just
YouTube
wanted to see.
channel?
It's the Rev 177.
The
REV.
How long have you been doing that?
I think February is when I started.
How many subs you have?
60.
No.
I lead worship on Wednesday nights, so I have been recording those. I do gaming videos, so those are really fun to make because I have a green screen. I spend way too much money on all that stuff, but I have a green screen behind me, so I get to play with my MacBook all the time.
Is that the same? The Rev 177 is also your gamer?
Yeah,
stuff
I
too?
just put it all on there.
Well, and see, the stuff that you're doing at church also helps, you know, with you being in front of
Mhm.
an audience and, you know, having to speak and give a sermon and,
And on Sundays I play the drums, so I'm kind of hidden. I like that.
right,
Then on Wednesdays I'm up front and I'm like, how's everybody doing?
right.
You're great.
Yeah.
You're great. Wow, I'm really impressed. One more round of applause. Very nice.
I was making sure I had a lot of.
You printed it out large. Good idea. Good idea. Very nice, Matt.
Presentation over. If I post the presentation, you will see what everyone said. They said I did pretty good if I don't post it. Right now I'm gonna go get some Arby's and I'm gonna head home. Probably gonna shoot some more videos because I don't have school. Alright, I'll check up with you guys in a sec. Well, that seems to be the vlog. This first, I'm gonna call it the first episode. I'm not gonna upload the first one that I had. I'm not sure why, but yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this little look into my life, I guess. I'm probably gonna be doing some more of these. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll hopefully do some vlogs when I'm super busy, when I'm doing stuff for Rock on Water and things of that nature. But right now, I'm gonna eat me some Arby's. I'm gonna get to editing. So, hope you have a great day. I will see you in the next one. Peace!